Hello, this is Ray with Ray's Engines. Welcome back. Today this is part 6 of how to assemble your engine. If you've been keeping up, we started from just the block and then installing the crankshaft. Today we're going to adjust the rocker arms, well, you can call them rocker arms or adjusting the valves. Either way, I mean, you decide what you want to call it. Like I said, this is part 6. If you want to go back and start watching it from part 1, and that way you can see where we started off at. I see that, I'm sure you can see that there's 2 teachings on this channel itself. Yes, it's real estate. It's also engine building. If you go back and you'll look at the real estate, the reason why I do both of them is multiple streams of income. This is engine building, so you can, if you learn this will be one source of income. If you go back and learn real estate, that's an additional source of income. So like I said, that's a different teaching. I'll let that go on the other one, but we're going to start with the engine right now. This is a part number for the rocker arms. This is what I got for the rocker arms. Let me see if you got that. There you go. It's the Elgin, and these are brand new, as you can tell. And then here's your lock. Make sure this goes facing down inside the rocker itself. Hopefully you can see that. And then your your nut, as you can see, your nut it faces just like that. It goes down like that. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna lube the push rods. Like I said, everything gets lubed, nothing goes in there dry. You just a dab like that, and then you push it inside, let it touch the lifter, right on top of the lifter. Same thing, you put it on top, lube it on top, lube it on the bottom. As you can see, I already lubed the top of the valve steams. And then all you do is set your rocker arm on top, make sure it touches the push rod. Put your lock, remember the lock goes just like that, and then your nut right on top. And then you do your second one the same way. And I already have the lock there, just push it down, set it up, and then you're not gonna tighten this up. Reason why, we're about to adjust the rockers themselves, and you're not gonna tighten this up. I'm just putting enough thread on there, just enough thread. You don't want to tighten it up yet. Like I said again, if you haven't been keeping up with the channel, if you want to just go back and just view it, you'll see. Okay, here we go. And this one is the exhaust. As you can see, the exhaust is the exhaust opening here, where your header or your exhaust manifold. This is your intake, because you have the intake coming in here. This is your intake valve. This is your exhaust valve. Same thing as here. This is your intake valve. As you see, there's no exhaust here. The next one is your exhaust valve. Intake, exhaust. Easiest way to remember this: intake opening, set your exhaust. Exhaust opening, set your intake. Intake closing, set your exhaust. And we're going to go step by step. That way you'll get it. This is the most basic, simplest way to do it. Like I said, this is the most basic engine build. So you can learn the basics first, and then we can advance it. This one is the most basic way to adjust your rocker arms or adjust your valves. We're going to go with one set, and then you can go to the next set. There's a more complicated way that you can set it up, and you can set multiple ones. We're going to go the simplest way. So here we go. I'm going to rotate the engine, and you'll see let me tighten it up a little bit more, because if you're looking down here, you can see your lifter go up and down. I want you to see the rocker arm itself to go up and down. You see it moving? your rocker is, hopefully you can see that. You see it's taller than your exhaust. Your intake valve is already opening. It's taller than your exhaust valve. Hopefully you can see that. Now just keep an eye on it, and I even put my finger on here so you can see it going down. It's going down. So now remember, intake is closing, you set up your exhaust. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my finger and I'm just going to rotate the push rod. I'm just going to keep rotating it until it gets tight, where I feel it snug. I'm still rotating it. You see, I can still push it all the way up. I'm still rotating it. I'm still rotating. All I'm doing is doing this. Rotating the push rod back and forth in between my fingers. I'm still rotating it. See, I felt it snug there. I'm going to back it off a little bit. See, I feel the pressure on it. It's snug there. You see how the ratchet is facing 3 o'clock? All you're going to do, now that you got the push rod a little snug, 3 o'clock, all I'm going to do is quarter turn. Quarter turn is 6 o'clock. That's it. That one's adjusted. Now, we're going to rotate it until your exhaust opens. Remember, exhaust opening. Just watch it and you'll see it come up. You see it? That's your exhaust. Exhaust opening, the way you see it is opening, is pushing the valve. It's pushing it down, so it's opening in here. Remember, exhaust opening. Now you can adjust your intake. Now we're going to go in and adjust the intake. Okay, I felt it get tight. I'll back it off a little. Remember, see, I can still move it back and forth. You see, I'm still moving it. Still moving. I felt it tight there. Okay. It's snug, not tight. Sorry, it's not tight. It's snug where you're moving it like this, so you can move it like this, and then it gets a little snug. Now, when it gets like that, I like to keep it simple, so I just put mine at number 3, and then I just move it to 6. That one's adjusted. And then you just continue doing it for each one until you set all of them up. That is the most basic way to adjust your rocker arms. If hopefully that helps. As you can see, in fact I'll do it this way. Now that it's tight, I'm gonna just pretend that the exhaust is not set up. So here we go. See, intake opening. You see it? Remember, intake's closing and you set your exhaust. There you go. Now you set it because now the intake is coming back up. You will set your exhaust. Hopefully this helps. Hopefully you get the way to adjust this. Adjust your valves. Hopefully that did help you. I'm going to come back and I'll go ahead and stop the video. I'm going to come back and adjust all of them. Have it set up. And then what we'll do is we'll come back and we'll do install the intake, and we'll be done with this build. And then you can just keep tabs and just, like I said, give me a thumbs up on this video. Hit the bell. Reason for that way it alerts somebody else that wants to know how to adjust the valves. And then it alerts you whenever I put new videos up. That way you don't miss any videos. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the intake on here. I'll show you how to do that one. And then we'll be done with the complete assembly of the small block. Then we're going to put it on my test stand, which I should be able to put it on the test stand possibly tomorrow or Friday or a couple days later. And we'll set it up. We'll fire up the engine, break it in, and you'll get to hear it run. And you'll see how this one sounds and how it runs. Like I said, hopefully this did help you. Like I said, just remember, exhaust opening, set your intake. Intake closing, set your exhaust. And then you just repeat the process and continue. Hope this helps, and thank you for watching.